Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly horoscope. This is for the week between Monday the 10th of June through to Sunday the 16th of June. So let's jump into it. The week is starting off with a very strong T-square between Mars, who's just moved into Taurus in your 6th house, Pluto in your 3rd house in Aquarius, and the Moon in your 9th house in Leo. So the week starts off with a really strong push towards you getting your shit together. It really does feel like you seeing things from a clearer perspective, being forced in a way actually to see things from a bit more of a positive perspective, Sag, at the moment. I feel like when it comes to your day-to-day life and your environment and where you are, I feel like there's a lot of frustration coming up. There's frustration coming up because you're needing to deal with things that you haven't really been dealing with for a while. Mars has been in your 5th house, so he's really been helping you with this heart expansion. And with you seeing where I think that the creativity and joy and happiness and, even like your sexuality and, you've been having a lot of fun, I think. But it's feeling like this week things are feeling a little bit more serious again. It's like, no, things are actually, things are feeling a little bit foggy, a little bit weird, and I'm really needing to sort of grind it out. This feels like a slow grind, Sagittarius, and with this T-square between the 6th and the 3rd and the 9th, it really is a lot about you getting out and going and, going to different places, seeing new places, doing different things, not being so, absorbed in your current environment. I think you need to actually get out and see things a little bit more. With Pluto being in the 3rd house now, this is definitely like this mental energy of being overly mentally stimulated. So I feel like if you guys are spending too much time in the same space all the time, you guys are feeling emotionally a little bit like Mah! So I think the best thing that you guys could do is just go on like little adventures, daily adventures, even if it's like a little walk to the park, or it's just like, doing something that gets you out of the constant energy that you're in is really going to help you at the moment. Just see things a little bit more clearly, and especially when it comes to your health and your routine, as well as the structure of how you actually want to go about what it is that you're doing. With Mars being in Taurus now, it is about what we're building, what we're creating. It's definitely, with the North Node being in your 5th house as well, it's about you being really tuned into your heart space. Even though the Moon is having this really intense T-square at the start of the week, it will be making some really lovely connections to the North Node and the South Node, which is in your 11th and your 5th house. So it's a week that is going to be offering you quite a bit of inspiration and clarity, I think, even though it feels like it's still a bit like a slow drudge. Like, what's the word? I'm getting the word like sludge and like drudge and stuff. Is drudge a word? Like, I'm just gonna drudge on through this? I don't know, but it's a word now. It feels like it's just like this slow moving, like I'm seeing a horse plodding along. So that's the thing, you guys are a horse, Sagittarius rules horses. So it does feel as though this week you guys are feeling a little bit like a Clydesdale. You're feeling a little bit slow, and that's fine. You don't need to be rushing through anything. I feel like Pluto in your 3rd house has definitely sort of increased your energy and definitely your mental capacity. I feel like since Pluto moved into Aquarius in February, you guys have probably felt very mentally stimulated, especially because it does make trines over to Gemini and to Sag. So, this is really you being able to get a little bit of a boost. I feel like having Pluto and Capricorn right next to you guys for like so long in your 2nd house has really transformed your sense of self-esteem. I feel like your self-esteem has gotten to a point now where you're able to sort of like make moves that you weren't able to make in the past. But Pluto is going to be moving back into Capricorn in September this year, so you guys will be dealing with these self-esteem issues again. This is kind of like a little hoorah, like a little moment before he hits your 2nd house again that says, look at how mentally capable you are. And I think a lot of it is coming down to your ability to like trudge along in your daily life comes down to how your mental state is. If you guys are feeling mentally overwhelmed and mentally just chaotic, it's going to be really hard to get through your days this week. So it's definitely about maybe looking at, oh my god, I just heard it again. I don't know who, it was Pisces. that got this song last week, but you're getting it this week, Sag, and it's "You always look on the bright side of life." That Monty Python fucking song. So that is coming up for you guys. It's about looking on the bright side. Having Pluto in your third house now is a little bit like you could go down the anxious rabbit hole at times, and anxiety could be coming up this week for sure, especially around your work and about your daily life, and maybe just things like not working sort of how you want them to be. Like an example would be just like your daily routine is a certain way, and every day this week things just keep getting in the way, and you know there's just like this loud noise, this loud energy that's coming through that's like, can you just shut up, like this could even be like you have really noisy neighbors, or neighbors that are frustrating you, or neighbors that are just getting in the way, and it's like, what the fuck, this doesn't even have anything to do with me. You're literally not even fucking my friend. Like, I don't even fucking know you, and you are getting in the way of my day. Like, that's the energy, Sag. So like I said, it's about looking on the bright side of life, not getting too overwhelmed and upset. You do have major squares between Saturn in your 7th this week, and Saturn in your 4th this week in Pisces, and the Sun and Mercury in Gemini in your 7th house. So it could be that, you know, home issues, house issues, things coming up. Like I was just saying, like, you know, with the neighbor thing, it could be that I'll use myself as a goddamn example. I'm trying to film readings here, and the neighbor's dogs, they've shut up now, thank God, but the neighbor's dogs literally bark all day, every day. And it's getting to the point where they're in the background of so many of my videos, and it's like as if people are going to want to listen to that. And it's really upsetting to me, because I'm like, no one's going to want to listen to my readings if the dog's barking constantly in the background, and I can't control them. Their dog's up the road, so I'm going to have to do something, you know, pretty outrageous, which means contacting council and writing these people letters and shit that is actually going to get the ball rolling, and it's annoying. It's really fucking annoying. So that's the example I'm going to use for you guys, is just like, you kind of got to deal with the annoying shit this week. Unfortunately, you do. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Page of Cups is coming out. So this is a very positive week, even though things are feeling really annoying. I feel like this annoying energy can be sort of counterbalanced and counteracted by you just having a little bit of fun with people. You know, this is talking to your siblings, if you have a sister, if you have a brother, having a good old chat with them, maybe just having a laugh. Like, I feel like literally having a laugh, having a silly time, having some fun, just not being so serious, because this is such an intense week. It's like humor has the ability to change the energy completely this week. You guys could find that being silly really opens the door to you guys actually being able to like see things in a much better way, and not feeling so frustrated and angry about the little things that are getting like fucked up. It's kind of like this week, I think that spending time with people that you love as well, and you know, because you have the North Node in the 5th house, it really is a powerful time for you guys to be focusing wholeheartedly on love and just being in a happy place, and being, you know, in this energy of collaborating and connecting with other people and talking to other people, and just, you know, getting on the phone, even if you're not around anyone, like getting on the phone and having some fun chats with friends is really going to help you just have a better attitude, really, is kind of the energy that's coming through. So these squares with the 4th and squares with the 7th is, I think with Saturn being there's like this 4th house need to be dealing with the home. I don't know if like maybe the home needs cleaning, maybe you guys are even trying to like move home, and it's feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit slow, it's feeling a little bit hard. This is definitely a week where with these squares, it's like you're being very much made aware of what isn't really feeling right. And even with the family as well, you know, this could be just communication this week with family members about maybe a sick family member or someone who's not doing very well, and it's like needing to be there for them. This is kind of like this week, it's your angel coming out. You guys are sort of like being the angel for other people, you know, needing to be in this like sweet energy rather than this like fiery sort of like intense energy. The angel says, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes is acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So helping those in need with no expectation of return. So this is, you know, maybe you need to help out a family member, or maybe you need to help out a sibling, or you need to do something for someone else that feels kind of annoying, but you're going to do it anyway because it's going to really help you, you know, feel useful and help you feel happy. Because I feel like this is definitely a week where it's like, if you can relax and if you can chill out a bit and be in like a sweeter energy and be in a little bit more of like a humorous, silly energy, then you're going to find that it's not so intense. But if you really go down the rabbit hole of making everything feel really serious, you're going to feel really overwhelmed. The Fool archetype says, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. That's right, making people laugh this week. Shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. And that's the thing, Sag, is don't be denying your emotions through trying to just like make a joke about it and be funny. This is definitely like a time of knowing when to be funny and when not to be, when to be serious, when not to be serious, you know, just all that sort of stuff. We have the Athlete coming out. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Shadow attributes, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability, and entitlement. So this is definitely about your willpower and you having the ability to sort of push through things even if they're feeling really fucking annoying, and to just like, with Mars being in your 6th house now, it is about having a healthy lifestyle, focusing on that healthy lifestyle, drinking plenty of water, eating right, you know, all that sort of stuff. With that T-square between the 4th and the 9th, it's saying that your emotions and your beliefs and your thoughts actually physically do affect your health. So the way you're feeling and thinking are affecting your physical body. So just being mindful of that and developing, you know, your willpower and, you know, just having a little bit of discipline as well, dedication to transcending your limits. And the last cards we have out for you, Sagittarius, we also have to mention that you guys are going to be having this really intense opposition between your 10th house and your 4th house this week as well, when the moon moves into Libra as she leaves Virgo. So she's going to be in your 10th house, your 9th and your 10th house, moving into your 11th house this week. So it's definitely an energy of not, oh my god, we have Heart Guardian. Are you serious? It's really all about the heart, being so open-hearted and in this really loving, sweet energy this week. But that moon opposition between the 4th and the 10th is definitely, you know, having a little bit of emotional stuff come up, a fogginess and emotional instability that could also be sort of presenting itself. With the moon being in the 10th house, it's like you seeing where you want to, maybe where your grind is wanting to lead you, but with the moon being in the opposition with Neptune, it feels like you're not quite there yet, and there's still a fog, there's still a confusion about how to even actually get to where it is that you're wanting to go. With the Seer coming out, it says see beyond the current situation. So you're not going to be able to see, she's literally got a veil over her eyes, so you're not going to be able to see this week exactly where it is that you're going, exactly what it is that you, you know, are building and creating. This is you just needing to be in the purpose and in the power anyway, you know. This is you not seeing the destination, but you are on the journey. So the Heart Guardian says love and let yourself be loved. So let yourself be in love. The North Node in your 5th house is about you not being so cold anymore. You being in love, you being in this warm energy. I'm getting like so much warm energy, and you have so many beautiful cards out here. I love the 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. It's really a week that could be forgiving yourself emotionally and restoring yourself emotionally, and you now connecting with the people around you and people that you love, and even like, you know, people close to you, family members, your partner, all that sort of stuff, and you being in just an energy of not being so reactive, not so cold as well. You being more open to love and more, you know, receptive to giving and receiving, rather than just sort of, you know, pushing everything away, because South Node in the 11th house is very much like a cold-hearted sort of energy, and it's in Libra, so it's like, you know, being cold in your relationships. And so at the moment, Sag, it's about being, you know, stoking the fire. I feel like I'm seeing like a fire, so, you know, tending that fire, my loves. Anyway, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope that you enjoyed it, my beautiful Sagittarian friends. Do give this video a like if it resonated. Definitely helps spread these messages to more beautiful Sagittarian souls. If you feel like leaving a bit of feedback, a comment, suggestions, anything like that, please do. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that through the link down below. I'd like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver this message for you. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out your channeled song as well as your other placements, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Peace out, Sag.